Welcome back to Good Day Kentucky on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. We are joined by Maria Maldonado Smith. She's the Chief Empowerment Officer of MMS Consulting, the creator of Executive Vision Imagery. And speaking of imagery, we've got a lot out here to talk about. Maria, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
Now, I know you're down in Florida, but you have strong ties here to the
Yes,
Bluegrass.
absolutely. My family is still here, and I love getting back to the Bluegrass, and there's just no place like home.
Well, we're lucky that our paths were able to cross and we were able to bring you in. So let's talk about what your consulting company does and how you help people stay organized, find that vision, and see that vision to fulfillment.
Yeah. My company was born out of my own corporate experience of showing up to work every day, and after 18 years thinking to myself, why am I doing this? Why am I showing up every day? And I didn't want that. What I wanted was to take something into corporations to say, let's own why it is we're showing up every day to work. Let's become the most authentic version of ourselves.
I love that.
Because if I know who I am and why I'm showing up, then I'm going to be much better for the company, and I'm going to be able to fulfill their goals and dreams for me much better.
And so a lot of us are visual learners. I think visual helps everybody, whether you're inclined to that or not. So you've created a system to kind of help people find that person, find that vision, and help see it through. Yes.
In corporations, it translates as executive vision imagery, but in my home and with my family, it translates as vision boarding. But we use a lot of neuroscience behind it, and I'm even teaching my children how important it is to see those visual cues out in their world, out in the universe, because 80 to 90% of us, as you mentioned, are visual learners.
We are. So what is the first step? And I got to say, too, for those of us who aren't craft oriented or maybe you've got a really clean look here, it could be intimidating. So what's that first step to get started?
And I don't want anyone to be intimidated. I want them to enjoy this process because it truly is. And that's why I say this process really is to facilitate your goals and your dreams. So whatever your pictures or your images look like, however your board looks like, it's for you and you only, though that is your platform. But the way that I always start is I start with 3 questions. If you've never made a vision board, start with 3 questions before you head into the workbook. And here they are. The first one is, who am I trying to become? The second is, what do I want? What do I want? The third is, what am I trying to create? What am I trying to build? Those 3 questions, if you could sit with yourself and write those 3 things down, less than 3% of us sit down to write our goals.
Right.
So just doing that, you're already ahead of the curve. And then the workbook is here. It's a phenomenal resource.
Very cool.
For you to set up and design the rest of your board. It's a 5-step process. It starts with the word of the year for you to really think about, what is it that I want to represent my year? How do I want to anchor my year? What does that word mean to me and how does that represent?
Anchor my year, I like that.
And then you go and find your images. You can cut them out, you can take pictures of them and print them out. It's really, you can write on your board, that's why I have markers here, you can draw on your board. It's really left up to you.
I love this, and you have to face your board every day.
It every day.
That's the thing, because
the key.
I do a lot of to-do lists, and it's so easy to let those get under a pile of papers or disappear. And those are always short-term goals too. The long-term stuff you think about and then it sort of slides away, but not if you're looking at this in your workspace every day.
And we're activating parts of our brain that now are helping us to align our goals with the visual images that we see and that are present out in our everyday life. So it's cueing us right back to those goals, and it's wild. It's crazy how it happens too.
So you've got a consulting firm that helps people actualize this. You're working with corporations. Do you work with individuals too? Small businesses?
I do. I work with small businesses. I will work with anyone because listen, we can all create the vision for our life. We never stop dreaming. We never lose the capacity or ability to chase after our goals and our dreams. And this is so much of my creative brain, and where I come from is just a very visual and creative background. So I facilitate this in every setting, but with corporations, with individuals, with groups. I work with a lot of moms groups, women's empowerment, because this is something that we as moms can come together and talk about our journey. Just because we become moms doesn't mean that we lose the ability to stop dreaming.
Wow. Well, we all have dreams, and sometimes those get lost along the way. We have less chance of losing them if we follow your method here. Maria, what's the best way for folks to get in touch with you and maybe talk to you about riding shotgun with them as they develop this on their own?
I would love for people to ride shotgun with me and develop this. Absolutely, I want to be your wingman for sure. But they can follow me. I'm most active on Instagram. My handle is Maria Maldonado Smith, so it's a long one, but I'm pretty confident if you just pop that in Instagram, I'll pop up, and LinkedIn as well. I also have my website, MMSconsultingfirm.com, or email me, reach out to me, Maria@MMSconsultingfirm.com.
Well, I definitely feel inspired, and I think a lot of our viewers are feeling the same here. So reach out to her and follow this system.
Yes.
It's a great way to go.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
The bluegrass misses you. Come back more often.
Thank you, I will.
We're back after this. Stick around.